To all our Jesmond Lions Club members tonight, and a big welcome to those visiting from other Lions clubs. And I've got a list of everybody that's come tonight. Maybe you could just put up your hand so we know who you are. From the entrance, we have the First District Governor Lion Philip Morley and Lion Karen. We have Past President from the Jesmond Lions Club, Mr. Harry Skelton and Mrs. Harry Skelton. We have the Past President of the Jesmond Lions Club, Past District Governor Lion Ted Hyman. We have I'll leave that one at the end. From Adamstown, we have Zone Chairman Lion Neil Hockard, Lions Lady Dawn Hockard, and Lion Judy Mulheron. I say your names wrong, I'm sorry. From Animal Vale, we've got Lion President Greg Layla, Lion Chris Regent, Lion Bill Hanley, Lions Lady Glenys Hanley, and Lion Val Craig. From Underwood's End, we have the President of Fran, Lion Sue Shepherd. From Dowie, we have Brendan Scarcy. And from Madeira, we have Lion Barry Young. From Lawrence End, from Harbour District, Governor Lion Keith Stewart and Lion Diane Stewart. From Raymond Terrace, Past Governor Lion Bob Finley, Lions Lady Lion Kate Moore, Lion Marilyn Taylor, Lion Annette Clark. Tilbury Peninsula, we have Lion Bob Owens and Lions Lady Brenda Owens. Valentine, we have Lion Stuart Bartholomew, Lion Deb Bartholomew, Lion Dawn Lambert and Lion Neil Lambert. And we've got another one from Valentine, just in time for Valentine. We've got from Valentine. I'd also like to welcome our state member, Sonia Hornery. And we also have a prospective new member for Jesmond Lions in Yvonne C. Newman.
Lions, members and guests, this is a special meeting, our celebration of 60 years as Jesmond Lions Club. So I thought we should have a special invocation. Do you want to stand? Lord, no, you can stay seated. Sure. Lord, we thank you for giving us such a beautiful planet on which to live. But it's an ugly and imperfect world governed by imperfect people. Each day we seem to sink further into an economic and military abyss. 75% of the world live with war or poverty, lacking food, shelter, water and freedom. We are the lucky ones. As Lions, we are members of an organisation, Lions Clubs International, that is 1.5 million strong, always ready to help our fellow being in need.
Lions code of ethics. Show my faith and the worthiness of my vocation by industrious application to the end, that I may merit a reputation of quality of service, to seek success and demand all fair remuneration or profit as my just due, but to accept no profit or success at the price of my own self-respect lost because of unfair advantage taken or because of unquestionable action on my part. To remember that in building up my own business, not necessarily to tear down another. To be loyal to my clients and customers and true to myself. Whenever a doubt arises as to the right or ethics of my position or action towards others, resolve such doubt against myself. To hold friendship as an end and not a means. To hold that true friendship exists not on account of a service performed by one to another, but that true friendship demands nothing but accept service in the spirit in which it is given. Always bear in mind my obligations as a citizen to my nation, my state and my community, and give them my unswerving loyalty and word, act and deed. Give freely of my time, labour and means. To aid others by giving my sympathy to those in distress, my aid to the weak and my substance to the needy. To be careful with my criticism and liberal with my praise, to build up and not destroy. Thank you.
Lions Club's purposes: to organise, charter and supervise service clubs to be known as Lions Clubs, to coordinate and activate activities and standardise the administration of Lions Clubs, to create and foster a spirit of understanding among the peoples of the world, to promote the principles of good government and good citizenship, to take an active interest in the civic, cultural, social and moral welfare of the community, to unite the clubs in bonds of friendship, good fellowship and mutual understanding, to provide a forum for the open discussion of all matters of public interest, provided, however, that partisan politics and sectarian religion shall not be debated by club members, to encourage service-minded people to serve their community without personal financial reward, and to encourage efficiency and promote high ethical standards in commerce, industry, professions, public works and private endeavours.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to propose a toast to Lions Clubs International, but just as a lead up to it, I'd like to give you a quick history lesson on the start of our organisation, our great organisation we're in. Beginning in 1917, the beginning, our founder was Chicago business leader Melvin Jones, and he asked a simple and world-changing question: what if people put their talents to work improving their communities? It was as simple as that. Lions International is now the world's largest service club organisation with more than 1.4 million members in about 46,000 clubs, and they're all Lions acting in the same simple idea: let's improve our communities. In 1920, going international, just 3 years after our founding, Lions became international with the first club in Canada, and then in 1927 Mexico followed. In 1925, this was a big thing for Lions Club, eradicating blindness. Helen Keller addressed the Lions Club's International Convention at Cedar Point, Ohio, in the USA, and challenged the Lions to become Knights of the Blind in the crusade against darkness. Since then, Lions have worked tirelessly to aid the blind and the visually impaired. And in 1926, polar explorer and member of the Washington DC Lions Club, Admiral Richard E. Byrd, flies over the North Pole carrying a Lions flag with him, and he flies over the South Pole later that same year. A few years later, 1930, Amelia Earhart, an honorary member of the New York Lions Club, completes a record-breaking non-stop flight from LA to Mexico during the Lions International Convention in Mexico City. Still on blindness, in 1944, the world's first eye bank is created in New York City, and today most eye banks are sponsored, including by Lions, including the Sydney Eye Hospital. And in 1945, Lions members assisted in drafting the United Nations Charter. And very importantly, in 1947, the Lions clubs were introduced into Australia by James Trezise, and it commenced with a club in Lismore. At that time, there were 324,000 members worldwide in 90 nations, and even then, it was the world's largest service organisation following our 30th anniversary. In 1948, following World War II, Europe sees the first Lions Club in Stockholm, Sweden, and then Geneva and Switzerland followed just a few days after. Then through the 50s and the 60s, international growth accelerated with new clubs in Asia, Africa, and Europe. And in 1954, the official motto, "We Serve," was adopted. And something really important, in 1956, the Detroit Lions Club gives a 6-year-old Stevie Wonder a Christmas present, a drum set. Also that year, the Amundsen Scott South Pole Station is built, and soon after, 16 scientists and military personnel chartered the 59ers Lions Club down at the South Pole in Antarctica. In 1957, Lions launched youth programs, including our very successful Leo clubs. And then, very importantly, in 1963, the Lions Club of Jesmond Lions was formed. In 1973, Lions welcomed their millionth member. And then in 1977, Lion Jimmy Carter becomes president of the USA. In 1987, the association finally saw the way, amend its bylaws, and invites women to become members. Women are now the fastest growing. In 1990, Site First is launched, worldwide project, and Lions raised more than $415 million in this initiative to reducing blindness in third world countries. And then lastly, in 2017, Lions celebrated 100 years of service to our communities. It was a wonderful milestone. Now, toast in the world. In this world today, changes are taking place at an alarming rate. We all know that. We're experiencing disasters on a scale never seen before. Fires, floods, drought, food shortages, earthquakes, volcanoes, diseases, acts of terrorism and wars. Our Lions clubs throughout the world are doing their best to meet and address these changes. We're doing it through LCIF, our Lions Clubs International Foundation, and through ALF, our Australian Lions Foundation. Out of these places comes programs for drought, bushfire relief, education, health, sight, cancer, diabetes, and research awareness and screening. Assistance money is given to the local Lions Club who are at the coalface of the disasters and who know where that money is needed most. And all the money that we raise all goes to the right people. It's not wasted elsewhere. We are very fortunate that throughout the world our clubs have people from all walks of life, adding to the strengths of Lions Clubs International. And this strength should not be measured in numbers, but in the quality and the performance of our members. The very life of our organisation depends on these lines. In proposing this toast to Lions Clubs International, we are really proposing a toast to ourselves. Our clubs and our district are a vital part of the International Association, and we are fully supporting our local and international communities. I firmly believe that the members of Lions Clubs International are people like us out there, people who care. So would you please raise your glasses? A toast to Lions Clubs International. my pleasure to give you the history, or some of the history of Jesmond Lions Club. Our club was formed in October 1963, and we were formed by the Lions Club of Mayfield. We chartered as the Lions Club of Jesmond Lions MP. We were the 297th club to be formed in Australia. We chartered with 32 members. The charter night was held on the 30th of November 1963 in Newcastle at the Esplanade Hotel. It's an longer there, it's been demolished. And our charter president was a fellow called George Moe. George was the overseer of works for maintenance for Newcastle Council. And he was our president on chartering in for the next year. And I knew George. I started work on the council when George was there. It's a bit scary because of all the presidents, and you've seen the list of presidents in the program. I've personally known all of them. In the 1960s, during the 60s, the club met at the Marcus O'Lawn Hotel at Lambton, Pete and Birmingham Bowling Club, and our dinner fees were $1.20. Our membership was around 35, and the projects in the 60s were a very busy club. We were in every year. The club constructed a merry-go-round, actually built a merry-go-round, and it was used for community service to schools for fundraising. So it was stored at Johnny Spruce's place up at Spruce Street, and when they wanted it, we laid it on the trailer, took it out to the school, put it together, run it, disassembled it and brought it back and put it back again. And in doing that, we probably demolished about 3 cartons of beer at the time. That's the way things went in those days. We fitted and we did that till 1990, and it was sold because of insurance problems. We fitted the car with disabled controls. We supported the Salvation Army Hillcrest Hospital. We donated medical equipment to Wallsend, Marda, Masonic and the Royal Hospital for the kidney units. And we equipped a film unit for the aged people at aged care at St Joey's. We laid a floor at Birmingham Scouts Hall. We supplied walking aids to St Joseph's Home, and we constructed a rose garden in Jesmond Park. And the garden's still there, it's a concrete surround. We should take it back over one day. We ordered our first Christmas cakes, 12 boxes, when we started Youth of the Year. We changed to Voice of Youth because it was, the early Youth of the Year was only for males. Is that right? It was. And so we didn't like that. We changed ours to Voice of Youth, and we had males and females until it came back to males and females. We delivered wood and coal for the aged pensioners through the Ordinary Minutes Field well, and we started selling envelopes at stock in Jesmond. We're still doing it today. We raffled a second-hand mini-minor car for $1,000, and we started using eyeglass collection, fancy raffling the second-hand car. We did tree planting at Eden Primary School, and we held a barbecue in Jesmond Park for 1,000 people. In the 60s, we were very, very socially engaged. We had car trials, dinner dances, balls, progressive dinners. We attended lots and lots of conventions, and we had combined dinners with Rotary and Apex from the Wallsend area. In the 60s, that's when I joined. I joined in 1967. In the 70s, the club